The 2019 Ford Mustang GT. Hi, I'm Tim Barks, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to talk about the standard as well as optional equipment on that GT trim. We are going to break out the GT Premium Edition trim onto a separate video, but this is going to be just to cover the GT in general, and so it's going to be very thorough. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check the timestamps down below. We're going to have timestamps for those different optional equipment group, as well as the different packages that are available and optional equipment. So we're going to go through all that, so look at the timestamps down below. Also, I'll have pricing on all those down below as well, so you have a good idea of what kind of prices those are in those different packages. So hopefully this is going to be a very educational video for you, a good idea exactly what you're looking for here. Now, this is not a review. It's kind of hard for a Ford dealership employee to do a good review on a different vehicle, but this will go over all that equipment. If you're wanting to order a different Mustang, especially a GT, this will give you a good information on what's standard as well as what's optional. First, let's talk about some of the safety features. Of course, this is just like the EcoBoost, so it's going to have all the same safety features. That personal safety system for the driver and front passenger to protect them from those front and side collisions. So you're going to have that sensor underneath that driver's seat that's going to show that system how close you are to the steering wheel to deploy a different size airbag with that dual stage airbag there off that steering wheel. So that deploys that different size, whether it be the smaller or that larger airbag, depends on how close you are to the steering wheel. Also, you're going to have side impact airbags for the driver and front passenger. That's going to protect them from those side collisions there. Also, don't forget, it's going to also have the safety canopy airbags. It's going to come down to protect from those windows there on all your fastbacks, which on the GT you can only get the fastback. And so that's really nice as well for you to protect those from those side and those rollover situations there. Also, you're going to have the knee airbags for the driver as well as the front passenger to protect them from the front collisions as well underneath the dash there. So great ways to really protect you all around the vehicle. It does have advanced track with electronic stability control. And advanced track really is using a series of brakes and just milliseconds to be able to keep you on your intended path, especially on those slick driving roads and those turns and those corners to really help you keep you on your intended path. So you're going to have that as well with this vehicle. Also, it's going to have the SOS post-crash alert system that's going to honk the horns and flash the lights if you're off the road and you're in an accident, so that other people know that you're there, they need to help you. Also, you're going to have a 911 assist. That's going to be part of that Microsoft Sync technology, being able to allow you to call 911 directly if you're in an accident using the Microsoft Sync technology. So again, some great safety features on all your Mustangs that I think you'll really appreciate. Now let's go ahead and move to the front of the vehicle and talk a little bit more about the styling. Now, your GT model is going to come in your fastback only. A lot of people like to call it the coupe. If you're looking for a convertible, you're going to want to look to the GT Premium Edition. And I will have a video on it shortly after this one, so if you're watching this on YouTube, check the description down below. Hopefully I'll have a link to that as well. If not, check out our YouTube channel for that video when it comes out. Now, it is also going to come standard with the 5.0 liter V8 engine. Now, that V8 engine is going to deliver 460 horsepower, 420 foot-pound of torque. So plenty of power behind it. It's also going to include engine oil cooler and your electric line lock for your track use only. Also, two different transmissions are available with this one. You can get the 6-speed manual transmission with that rev matching, and this is going to be that MT82, that D4 manual transmission, which is going to include that dual mass flywheel, the twin disc clutch, and the new gearing. So that's a really nice manual transmission. It'll get you around 15 miles per gallon in the city, about 25 miles per gallon on the highway. Also, that manual transmission is going to come with the 355 rear axle as well. Or you can go with the optional 10-speed automatic transmission with select shift, and that's going to come with the 315 rear axle on it. Also, you're going to get remote start that comes with it, and then a bunch of other features as well, like the leather-wrapped shifter knob and such. So that's going to come with some nice things there with that manual transmission. You're going to get the paddle shifters as well to be able to put it in that sport mode and shift it like a manual transmission with the plus and minus behind there with those paddle shifters. So that's going to be real nice as well for you. Now let's talk about the front of it. Now the front of this is going to look a little different because this is the California Special, which we'll talk about that package in a little bit. So I'm going to give you some clips that'll show you what a base GT is going to look like. Now here in the front, it will have the high gloss black grille with the Pony emblem there in the middle, just like you're kind of seeing with the EcoBoost model, but in this case you're going to have the black high gloss grille to go along with it. Also down here you're going to have that opening down there, high gloss finish down there, a front chin splitter too, and all LED lights on the vehicle. So all these lights up here are going to be LEDs. So you're going to have the LED automatic headlights up here. Automatically means they're going to come on as it gets dark, also wiper activated as well. And then you're going to have the LED signature light. And these 3 lights inside the headlights there that you can have on as your daytime running lights. Looks real sharp when you're driving down the road. LED turn signal lights, as well as your parking lamp down here, and LED fog lights as well for you. So again, all LEDs, and when we get to the back, you'll have LEDs back there as well. And then to finish off the front here, you're going to see the hood vents up here. They're going to be body colored around with a high gloss black mesh in the middle, so that little honeycomb design there. So again, a great look here on the front and great performing as well. Now, as we move around to the side, and keep in mind, this is actually a GT Premium Package trim vehicle, and because I didn't have a GT in stock at the time. So this California Special that you're seeing on this with its wheels, the front grille on the side, and some of the other things you're going to see on the back, those are actually part of a GT Special, or the California Special Edition that's only available on your GT Premium. So keep that in mind as we talk about this. Don't get too excited on that, because that is not going to be available with your GT trim. Now, the standard wheel is going to be an 18-inch machine face aluminum wheel with the high gloss black painted pocket, so the ebony painted pocket. So real nice looking wheel, so I got a clip of that wheel so you have a good idea exactly what that's going to look like on the Mustang. Also, your side badge on the side is going to be that 5.0, that chrome badging for all your GT trim vehicles. You're going to have that on the side of it. Also, you're going to have the mirror caps here. Body colored mirror cap for you. Also, power glass is going to have the integrated blind spot mirror, and that's an angled mirror that you can see the vehicles in your blind spot a little bit better. Also, manual fold as well. You can manually fold the mirror in if you need to in those parking lots and different things. It does have your intelligent access that allows you to leave the key fob in your pocket, purse, whatever it might be. Put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle for you, allow you to get access inside the vehicle. Also, don't forget those automatics are going to come with a remote start. And then you do have ridges on the doors, so when you get out of the vehicle, you just press the ridges and it'll lock the vehicle up for you. You have to get the keys out of your pocket to lock it up as well. And then, of course, all of the vehicles, manual and automatics, will have that push button start when you get inside. Now, of course, back here also, Easy Fuel capless filler door is going to be standard equipment on all your Mustangs. A lot of people don't mention that too much, but it is kind of a nice convenience feature because you don't have a cap to worry about getting dirty, getting your hands dirty, or maybe even leaving that cap behind on your trunk or something. You just open the door, fill it up, and then close the door when you're done. So I kind of like that. It's pretty much standard about all your Ford vehicles, but I did want to let you know that is going to be standard equipment as well. As we move to the back, you're going to notice your rear defrost back here with the brake light up here high on by the roof line. You're going to have a raised body color deck lid spoiler as well on these, so that's going to look really nice on all your GTs. Rear view camera with reverse sensing is standard equipment, so you're going to be able to see behind you as you're backing up, and you're going to alert if you get too close to anything. Don't forget your LED tail lights with the sequential turn signals as well. A lot of people like those for years, kind of a staple of the Mustang lineup there. Your back panel back here is going to have the GT. It'll look a little different than this one because this is, again, the California Special. When you definitely refer to our GT Premium video to see more information on that package. Of course, that package is not available with this. I really wish I had a GT in stock at the time of this, just because of some of these differences with that. It also, notice it's going to have the unique GT rear balance back here that is going to be on all these. Also, you're going to have the quad tips as well as standard equipment on all of your GTs. And then let's go ahead and pop this trunk. You can either use the remote to hit that twice, or there's a button right under here that you can press and it's going to unlock it. Inside, you're going to see it is carpeted throughout there. 50-50 split bench seat there. That allows you to lay that seat down if you need a little extra cargo room, something a little bit longer in there. And also in here, if you open this up, you'll notice there's not a spare tire. There's not going to be spare tires, not standard equipment, but you're going to have that tire and inflator kit down there to be able to help you out in that jam. And also, if you want, we'll talk about optional equipment where you can get a spare tire later in the video. Now, moving to the interior, you're going to see two different choices for you. Both of them are going to come with an ebony environment. So looking across the dash, you're going to see all black on your doors, your armrest, across the dash, your glove box. Everywhere you're going to see that ebony interior, the console and everything, as well as your ebony seats if you have your ebony interior. If you have that dune interior, you're going to actually get a tan seat fronts for your cloth seating surfaces. So that'll be the difference between those two. The appliques across the dash, and looks a little different than what I just showed you, is going to be the silver arrow. Similar to what you're seeing with the EcoBoost 101A package, that's what you're going to see with this vehicle. So I'll give you an image of what that looks like on the vehicle as well there for you. And then you're going to get your cloth seating surfaces as standard equipment on all your GTs. And it is going to come standard with a dual power seat, 6-way for the driver and front passenger. The driver will also get power lumbar to go along with that. You'll still get the manual backrest for the driver and front passenger seat backs. Back seat, seats 2 back there. It does have a latch system that lower anchors and tethers for children, there where you can secure those child seats securely into the back of those seats. That's the best way to be able to transfer and to drive those kids around in the vehicle there for you. And then for your mirror, your switches over here on your door, you do have your power windows, locks, mirror switches here on the door, and you do have auto one-touch for those front windows up there. A leather wrap steering wheel here. Don't forget to have the paddle shifters back behind the steering wheel. It does have a manual tilt and telescoping feature, so you just pull this lever under here, it'll go up and down, forward and back to get it just right. It's going to have your cruise control on the left side of the steering wheel down on the bottom. On the right side, you're going to have your Bluetooth controls, that Microsoft Sync controls for you down on the lower part. Now, up on the left side, the D-pads up here on the top left side is going to be your audio controls and some of your music settings there for you. And then the D-pad on the right side up here above your sync technology features is going to be where you can control the productivity screen in between your speedometer and your tach right there in the middle of your instrument cluster there. And then for your climate control, it does have a manual climate control, so it's a single zone climate control for you. It's going to have of course, your defrost, your air conditioning, everything else like that. For your audio controls, a 6-speaker audio sound system, AM, FM, it does have your MP3 capabilities as well to go along with that. And then it's going to have that 4.2-inch productivity screen, that Microsoft Sync screen there for you to be able to control those different things. Of course, don't forget 911 Assist is controlled in there. You can Bluetooth your phone. Also going to come with 2 smart USB ports as well in the vehicle. And then also when you put that vehicle in reverse, that's where you're going to see your backup camera come into view. So again, you're going to see a footage from one of our EcoBoost videos that I did what that screen looks like in that vehicle, because that's going to be similar to what you're seeing with the GT base package there for you. Up here in the mirror, auto-dimming rearview mirror, standard equipment, which is a really nice feature as well to go along with that. Now your USB ports are going to be, one of those is going to be right down here in the what I call the media tray down here, and then you're also going to have a power point down there too. And then in this console, you can flip that on either side, the left or the right, and you're going to see a USB port in there as well as another power point. So you're going to have 2 power points, 2 USB ports in the vehicle right there located, one of each of those in that console there. So also it's going to come with carpeted mats for the footwells for the front row up here. And that's going to be all your standard equipment on your GTs. But let's talk about some different optional equipment and some different packages you can get on the GT as well. Now let's talk about that 301A equipment group, and most of that equipment group has features here on the interior of the vehicle here. And the first thing you're going to notice is going to be the toggle switches. You do have your selectable driving modes. It's going to come with these toggle switches down here for your traction, as well as you have the steering feel, which takes you from that normal to the sport to that comfort feel. And then you have your driving modes. The selectable driving modes, you have the normal mode, you have a sport mode, I believe, and then you also have a drag strip mode, as well as a track mode, and then don't forget about that snow and wet mode. So that's going to be real nice to be able to switch those around. Now do keep in mind, if you put the transmission in that S mode for your automatic transmissions, it's going to automatically give that steering feel to the sport as well as your driving modes to the sport as well. So that's going to be really nice to be able to adjust those right there with the toggle switches. Also dual zone auto climate control, so the driver and front passenger can have 2 different temperatures there. That's going to come in real handy, especially if there's sun coming in one side or another. Also, it's going to upgrade your audio sound system. The 9-speaker audio sound system now upgrades speakers to 3. You're going to have 1 on each of the doors up here on the top, as well as 1 up on the dash for you. And then you're going to get the Sync 3 system. That's that 3rd generation voice enhanced recognition system where you can control your audio, your climate, and your phone through the touchscreen as well as through voice commands right there. And then you're going to get the 8-inch screen there for you as well. So when you put the vehicle in reverse, you're going to see the backup camera come into view right there. And it's just a lot more intuitive, a lot like what you're seeing on your smartphone that you're able to use right there. You're also going to get upgraded with Sirius XM satellite radio as well to go with their AM/FM AM MP3 player too. So you're going to have all those features within that. And don't forget about the ambient lighting with the My Color. So that's really nice. You're going to have the upgraded 4.2-inch productivity screen where you can control your My Color settings right in there. And what's great about it is not just the ambient lighting. The ambient lighting lights up the cup holders, footwells, and the door handles. You can change that, but you can also change your gauge clusters and what they look like. So you have your internal gauge clusters. You can change the colors on that, and you have your halo, which can be changed. It's the rim around the outside of your instrument cluster that you can change the color on that as well. So really kind of make it your own there with 3 different colors throughout the environment if you'd like to. Just looks real sharp, and I think you really like that. And the My Color is something that Mustang brought out years ago, and they continue to upgrade it every year. And I think 2018 was an upgrade for this version here, and just looks real sharp in your vehicle, and that's going to be included in this 301A equipment group. Now we're going to start talking about some different packages and incorporate several features within that package. And the first one we'll talk about is the Enhanced Security Package. And I actually did a video on the EcoBoost that has the same package on it. So I'm going to show you a clip of all the features that are included within that package. Now we're going to talk about that Enhanced Security Package. We talked about that earlier on the convertible. It's optional on the fastback model, like with this one here. It does require you to have the 101A equipment group. And just to remind you, it's going to come with some great features, including the active NFF system, which if someone reaches inside, you have your windows down and you try to open it up, it's going to go ahead and honk those horns after a certain amount of time if you don't unlock the vehicle or use your remote to let them know that you are the person that owns the vehicle. Also, you got the electronic locking center console. And what's great about that is when you lock your vehicle up, it's going to automatically lock that console so they won't be able to get into the console. You can also lock your glove box, which is going to be standard equipment on your vehicle too. Also, it's going to come with electronic steering wheel lock too. So that's again part of that, so that it locks that up so that they're not able to get into the vehicle that way. And then your wheel locking kit. So again, we talked about that earlier, but briefly wanted to go over that. So this is a great package that's optional on your 101A equipment group. Now that Enhanced Security Package is optional on either that 300 or the 301A equipment group. Now also we're going to talk about next is the Safe and Smart Package. Also optional on the 300 or the 301A equipment group and available with all those any other different packages. And this is a really nice package, and again I did a video on our EcoBoost that has the same package available. So go ahead and check out this video clip where I go through all those features. So this package is called the Ford Safe and Smart Package because it really does help you stay protected. And one of the things you're going to get with this is you're going to get the auto high beams here on the front. So auto high beams, a lot like your automatic headlights, those high beams will come on if you're on a dark street or maybe on the highway and there's no cars coming and approaching you, they're going to come on. And the car approaches you or you're in the city streets with those city lights, it's going to go ahead and automatically dim it for you. So that's a great feature to have. Now if that's a feature you don't like, you don't want activated, that can be deactivated in your settings screen pretty easily. So you'll need to go in there to activate and deactivate that. Also, you're going to get your rain sensing wipers with this package. So that's going to really be really nice. You have one of those intermittent settings. If it starts to rain, it's going to automatically turn those wipers on. The harder it rains, the harder it's going to go ahead and turn those wipers on, or faster I should say. So really nice. That works really well. I think you'll like it. Also, you have that pre-collision assist with pedestrian detection. So it does get you the collision warning that lets you know if there's someone stopped or going much slower than you, or there's a pedestrian up there and you're not hitting your brakes. It's going to put a series of lights on your dash as well as initiates that brake support for you as well. So that way you can brake even faster and stop before you hit that person or the other vehicle in front of you. Also, to go along with this, you get adaptive cruise control. Adaptive cruise control is really nice. When you have your cruise set, you can pick your gap of how soon you want to be slowed down. But as you approach someone, it's going to slow you down to go their speed so you don't rear end them. When you pass them, there's no one in front of you, or they speed up, it's going to resume back to your speed. So that's a really nice system that I like. I think it works really nicely as well. And then you have your lane keeping alert. And so it basically helps you stay in your lane or tell you when you're leaving your lane, which is another great feature that's included within this package. And this is a great package that you can have. Again, it's optional on either the 100 or your 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about another package, the Black Accent package, and this is also was available on your EcoBoost package vehicles as well. And I do have a video on this too. There is going to be one change I'll tell you at the end, but this is going to be optional on your 300 or 301A equipment groups. So check out this clip. And what it's going to include is an 18-inch ebony black painted aluminum wheel. So it's a real nice 7-spoke wheel that's going to be available for you. as part of this package. Also, the rear spoiler. You're going to get a black deck lid spoiler. So if you have that 101A that doesn't get a spoiler, now you're going to upgrade it to this black spoiler. If you get the 101A, it's going to go from the body colored rear deck lid spoiler to a black one now. Also, you're going to get the front and back ponies are going to go from the chrome to a black painted accents or those badgings there. And then you're going to get a black roof. So it's that ebony or a black roof up here. Unless you already get the shadow black, then it'll be, of course, the same color as the shadow black, so because that's the color that's going to be painted to. So they're all going to have the painted roof with this package. So again, available on your 100 or your 101A equipment groups. Now, a couple things to remember with that black accent package, that is not available with your GT Performance package, which we're about ready to talk about, as well as your Performance package level 2, which is really awesome. It really puts it close to that GT 350 type of performance, as well as it's not available with your over-the-top stripe or the need for green. So, and then a couple different wheels aren't available. Really, it is an appearance package that's really available on its own with a couple different optional equipment that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So that's a really nice package for you. The different differences on that from the EcoBoost is the badgings. The black badgings will be that Mustang on the front, just like you're seeing with the EcoBoost, but instead on the side, instead of the pony, you're going to have the 5.0 badging, of course, and then you're going to have the GT badging on the back of the trunk lid there. So those are the little differences there on the black accent package. Now let's talk about the performance package. A GT performance package, I normally don't reference any kind of sheet, and hopefully I won't need to, but I did want to have this out just in case, because I don't want to forget anything. There's a lot of things, a lot of features that are part of this performance package that really give you this a really, a track type vehicle with this performance package on there that I think you'll really like. Now, one of the things I didn't mention earlier, well, first of all, this is available in your 300A or 301A equipment group. The performance package level 2 is only available in the 301A, which we'll talk about again in just a little bit. Also earlier, standard equipment is the larger brake rotors with the 4-piston brake calipers. I didn't mention that as standard equipment in all your GTs, so you're going to have those larger brakes because they're going to need to be able to stop this vehicle as it's going so fast with all that horsepower. Also, when you go for this GT Performance package, it does upgrade those to the Brembo brakes with the 6-piston brake calipers. So a real nice upgrade there for that. Be able to really stop that. Of course, you're going to go even faster with this GT Performance package. Larger radiator as well up there to be able to handle the performance because you want to put in that red line situation, so you're going to want to give it lots of performance there. You're going to need that bigger radiator under there. Also underneath the hood, you're going to get some nice upgrade as well. Silver painted strut tower brace as well that's going to be on there. You're going to also get a K-brace with this. You don't get that, see that with the EcoBoost trim. You're going to get that K-brace as well with this vehicle. And some unique tuning for this vehicle as well. Unique chassis tuning specific for the GT, as well as some nice E-Pass, stability control, as well as ABS tuning that goes along with this too, to really upgrade that. You're going to have some upgraded front springs as well, so the heavy duty front springs with this vehicle. Upsized rear stabilizer or rear sway bar as well in the back there. Also, you're going to get upgraded with the torsion differential too. It's a 373 ratio with the manual or 355 ratio with the automatic. So you're going to have that as well on the vehicle. So, and then on the interior, you're going to have a little bit different instrument panel across there. So instead of that silver arrow, you're going to upgrade it to that engine spun aluminum panel. So looks real sharp, and I'm going to show you the image from the EcoBoost because it is the same color interior trim on that particular vehicle as well. And then don't forget about your gauge pack as well on there. So those gauges, the oil pressure and the vacuum gauges are going to be there on those vents as well. So I think I've covered everything on that. Performance rear wing as well. It's going to look a little upgraded too. I think it should be similar to last year's, which the clip you're watching right now is going to be from last year's that I did on the performance package. So some great upgrades to this. Again, and the wheels, upgraded with the wheels. You get a 19-inch wheels, a little bit different than the EcoBoost because they're a 19x9 on the front, a 19x9.5 on the back, and they're going to be an ebony painted aluminum wheel with the summer only tires as well. So again, like I said, a lot of things to cover. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. Again, this is not available with your black accent package, and it is not available with the performance level 2. That's going to be what we're going to talk about next, and then also it's not available with a mini spare tire as optional equipment. So really nice package. Again, it's a little pricey, but if you're wanting that performance, you want to put this GT on the track, definitely want to have this package. So this is the Performance Pack Level 2. So this is an upgrade from the GT Performance Package, and everything about this is really tuned for being on the track. So this is the high performance package that you're really looking for. I think last year was the first year you could get this package, and that really just takes this GT to the next level and just allows you to be able to really have the performance of a GT 350 without the price tag. So I think you really like this package. Now this is not available with your GT performance package. It's not available with the black accent package or the over the top stripe. It is not available in your 10-speed automatic transmission. So really nice package that I think you'll like, and again, it's really track inspired here for you. So it is going to take some of those things from the GT Performance, and you're going to see some of those within this. Like the larger radiator is going to be included within this package. You're also going to get the strut tower brace, and your K brace is going to be included as well. Also, your Brembo brakes with the 6-piston brake calipers are also going to be included within this. You are going to see, though, some of the other things we talked about, the unique chassis tuning, as well as the different rear sway bar and front springs. They're going to be upgraded even more. They're going to be track inspired. So unique, track inspired chassis tuning, also that E-Pass, your ABS, and the stability control tuning that are really made for the track now. So that's going to be a nice upgrade. Also, you're going to see the upgrade for the front springs as well as the rear sway bar. Your torsion rear differential is going to be a 373, so that's a really nice upgrade as well. Again, given this performance that you really expect out of this. Inside, the engine spun appliques across the top, across that, just like your GT Performance package, and you're going to also get those gauges up there on the vents as well to be able to track the oil pressure and your vacuum. So all those nice upgrades you'd really expect. Also, it's going to upgrade and give you the MagneRide dampening suspension as standard equipment on this, but it is going to be calibrated for being on the track. So it is everything about this is about being on the track. It is, with this package, this Mustang has been tuned to be on the track. It is to be driven on the track and to be driven hard, and I think you'll really like it. Also, your wheels and tires are going to be upgraded too. So you're going to have the 19-inch nickel luster aluminum wheel. Also, they're going to be a little bit different size. They're going to be a 19 by 10.5 on the front with 19 by 11 on the back. Again, track inspired wheels with the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. So again, even the tires, down to the tires, are really track inspired. You're going to see that with the performance of this package. So if you're wanting to get this on the track, you're wanting that GT 350, save you some money, get this GT with this package on it, you won't regret it. Now let's talk about a couple different special cases here. These aren't necessarily, they are standalone options, but they do require a couple things. Now, first of all, we've talked about the need for green a little bit, so let's kind of talk about that. The need for green is a special color, but does require some special accents as well, including the optional over-the-top stripe. Now, the over-the-top stripe is required if you get the need for green, and is optional on the 300 or 301A equipment group, otherwise in any other color. So that's a really nice over-the-top stripe that's going to be on the vehicle there. Also, there's a different wheel that's available with that need for green. As you noticed, the need for green does require you to have a certain black wheel, and they do want the over-the-top stripe with the black wheel. So you can get a 19-inch machine-faced aluminum wheel with a low-gloss ebony painted pockets that is available with the need for green. Also optional on the 300 or 301A for other different colors as well. So that is one wheel that you can get with your vehicle. Also, with that need for green, you cannot get the black accent package. So keep that in mind. It does not allow you to get the different accents with that. They're only specific with that. So a couple different things to think about there. Also, another wheel that's available in that GT Performance package, again, not available in your black accent package or need for green, and that is a 19-inch by 9 on the front, 19-inch by 9.5 on the back, nickel luster alloy wheel. So it's giving you an option on that GT Performance package to get something other than an ebony painted wheel. So you can get a wheel that looks similar to what you're seeing on that Performance Pack Level 2 with that. And again, that wheel wouldn't be available on the Performance Pack Level 2 because it's not wide enough. It's going to be, you'll need that other wheel that comes with that package. So a couple different options that I want to talk about real quick with the need for green and the over-top stripe that I think you might like. So we're going to talk about some optional equipment that's available in the 300 or the 301A equipment group in this next section here on this next clip. So these are about 6 great options for you that are available. The first one to talk about is the engine block heater. Great option for you, especially if you're in a cold weather state and to be able to start that vehicle up, that engine block heater will come in handy for you. Also, you can get the premium floor mats in here, and that is going to be available as well for you. So upgrade those standard mats to the nice premium mats for the footwells for the front seats up there. Also, the 355 limited slip rear axle. We know that's a standard equipment on your manual transmissions, but if you want an automatic, you can get the 355. So hopefully you were not disappointed there earlier in the clip. That is optional equipment for you. You can get it on there, except for your performance package. GT Performance Package and Level 2 Performance Pack are not available with the 355. Also, you can get some different rear spoiler. If you want a rear spoiler delete, you can delete the rear spoiler, except the Performance Pack Level 2. You cannot delete the rear spoiler from that package. And then how about a spare tire? You want a spare tire? You can get a mini spare tire and wheel. That is available for you, except for your performance packages. The GT Performance Package Level 2, you cannot get that in there. They want to keep that weight down, give you the best performance possible in there. And then let's just finish this off with the active exhaust, also available on the 300 or 301A equipment group. And this is really nice. This allows you to be able to adjust that exhaust, the noise volume of that exhaust. So if you're starting up in the morning, heading off to work, you want it to be quiet, you don't want to make your neighbors really mad at you, or maybe that Saturday morning, you definitely want to have it quiet. So that allows you to adjust that. And this was actually created by someone from Ford that was in that situation where their neighbors were getting upset with them because he was starting up their GT Mustang with that loud rumble, and their neighbors didn't like it. So he thought, why not have an active exhaust that allows you to be able to adjust that and even set up timing for that. And I do have a clip I did last year on the GT where we had one with this active exhaust. So take a look at this. Hopefully I got this clip for you and I can insert it right here so you have a good idea exactly what that sounds like. Now we're going to talk about 3 different options that are available with the 301A equipment group. So it does require you to have that. One of those is the navigation. It makes sense because you will need that Sync 3 screen for the voice activated navigation. With the pinch to zoom capabilities there, it's going to include Sirius XM traffic and travel links. So it'll really help you out in those traffic, especially if there's a construction or if there's a car stalled out or something. It'll help you out with that, as well as those gas prices. So you'll enjoy that too. Also, the MagneRide dampening suspension is optional on the GT Performance Package. Of course, we know that's included, track calibrated though for the GT, that Performance Pack Level 2, but it's also available in the GT Performance Package. So if you want to upgrade to that MagneRide dampening suspension, that'll really help out your ride and smooth it out for you as well for that GT Performance Package. And then also the Recaro seats. It does require you to have the Performance Pack Level 2, but you can get the cloth Recaro seats, as well as optional equipment also requires you to have that 301A equipment group. Okay, that's all your standard as well as optional packages and standalone options. I don't know if you're as confused as I am, but that's a lot of information. Again, I have the timestamps down below to make it a little bit more clear. If you have any questions, if you're watching this on YouTube, put them down in the comments. I will respond to them and help clarify any questions you might have there. Some great options for you on the GT. Those performance packages are just unreal. So if you're wanting a track-inspired or performance Mustang, those are great options for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, everything is a 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance to go along with that. Just about like all your other Ford vehicles. So check out our website, lawmcarthur.com. There in each one of our vehicles, you can check for availability, schedule a test drive. You can see pictures as well as a 360-degree walk around on each of our vehicles, as well as our great internet price. And most of our Mustangs are on our website, invoice minus rebate. So you can get a great deal shopping at lawmcarthur.com. If you have any questions, you can call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031, or you can call us on landline toll free 1-800-874-6316. So hopefully you got a lot of information from this, and I really hope you enjoy it. Also, if you haven't had a chance, we're going to be doing a GT Premium Edition trim video as well, and we're going to go over a lot of these same things on that video. But do check it out so you can see what the different options you have on the Premium Edition as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the 2019 Ford Mustang GT.